Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Now in this video, I am going to explain you few processes which are involved in the transport of water and minerals in the plants through the experiments. Okay. These experiments are already given in your book. So one by one I am going to explain it. Activity 1 is there to show that only the roots absorb water. Okay, so here 4 test tube has been taken. Okay, so in first test tube the water is filled. Okay, and the cork is being put. Okay, so the evaporation does not take place. In beaker B, 3/4 amount of water is filled. Okay, and there is one twig of balsam plant. Okay, and then it is having the oil on it, so that the oil will float over it and then it will prevent the water loss through the evaporation. The C test tube is also having the same amount of water and the twig will be there of balsam plant, but one more thing is added over here, that is the red ink. Okay, and the oil is also put like in the test tube B. Okay, so here this is the C test tube. Okay, then the D test tube is there, in which very little amount of water is filled and the twig is there, but it is not in the contact with the water. Now this setup is kept for 24 hours, and after 24 hours what we will notice? First thing, there the water level is same in test tube A. Why? Because the evaporation does not take place. Okay, in test tube B you will find that some water will be absorbed. Okay, so there will be the change of water level. Okay, and in test tube C there will be same thing, the water level will be down. Okay, the less amount of water will be remaining, and what happens, there will be the red mark wherever the water is being transported. Okay, that is the ascent of sap. So why the red ink is being mixed in this water? So that we can see that till where the water is absorbed. Okay, and in test tube C you will find that since the water and the twig is not in contact with that, so first thing, the twig will wither off. Okay, as it will not get the water from the absorption. Okay, and another thing, the evaporation will take place from the leaf, so the leaf will wither off. Okay, so this proves that the only roots are able to absorb the water. Now next activity is to show the process of diffusion. It is very simple experiment. You have to take the one beaker, and it is filled with the water, normal water, and one sugar cube is put inside it. Okay, and when you leave this setup for 15 to 30 minutes, then you will find that slowly and gradually this sugar cube get dissolved in this water, and then when you will taste this water, it is sweet. That means the uniform sugar molecules are distributed. Okay, sugar molecules are uniformly distributed, and each part of the this water will have the same taste. So this proves that the diffusion takes place. The sugar molecules will get adjusted in between the water molecules. So this is the process of diffusion. Now children, this is the activity third. Okay, here what you have to do, you have to take a big beaker. Okay, and a potato. Okay, so first you peel the potato properly. Okay, and make the base flat. Okay, and make another one big cavity inside that. Okay, deep cavity at the center of the potato. Then this potato will be placed inside the beaker. Since the bottom is flat, so it will remain stand. Okay, and this beaker will be filled with the distilled water, and the cavity what you have made there, you have to fill the sugar solution. Okay, and whatever the level is there of the sugar solution what you have put there, you have to put a mark over there. So for marking, put a pin over here. Okay, Now this setup you have to keep for 2 hours. Okay, and what you will see that there will be the rise of sugar solution. Okay, so at the final level of sugar solution you have to put the pin again to see the mark and to see the difference between the initial level of sugar solution and final level of sugar solution. So children, what is the conclusion of this? The level of sugar solution rises because of entry of this dilute water, distilled water, sorry, of the entry of water from the beaker into the sugar solution. This will work as a semi-permeable membrane, okay, of the potato cell. So from here it will move inside. The water molecules will move inside, and that's why the sugar solution level will increase from the previous stage or from the previous level. So this movement of water molecules from beaker into the sugar solution across, say, selectively permeable membrane is called the osmosis. Now the activity 4 is for to demonstrate conduction of water or ascent of sap through xylem vessel. Okay, xylem, you know, it transports the water and minerals. So what happens, what we have to do, first we have to take the conical flask. Okay, we will fill it with water. Okay, and then in this eosin solution is being put. Okay, so it is what, let me tell you about the eosin solution. It is a red ink, a kind of red ink or a stain, you can say. So whenever this eosin solution is widely used in the biolab. Okay, for what? For staining purpose. Okay, for coloring purpose. Why? So that whatever you have to see under the microscope, first it will be stained and then it can be easily seen under the microscope. Here one more important thing what you have to do, when you are taking a twig of any plant, that should have the white flower. Okay, or you can take any plant which is having the white flower. Why we are taking white flower? So that we can easily see that where the red ink is being is reaching. Okay, easily, that along with the absorption of water. So once it will be placed like this, okay, this setup will be formed and cork is there, so that the water should not be evaporated in any other way. Leave this setup undisturbed for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, then we will observe the flowers and the leaves. After that, what you have to do, you have to take it out. Okay, after 2 to 3 hours you have to take this twig out and then cut the stem of the twig lengthwise and or vertically and observe what portion of the stem has become colored. Okay, this stem will be cut, okay, lengthwise and also widthwise. That is a transverse section of the stem and one of the leaf. So here you can see the leaf transverse section. Wherever the xylem vessels are there, there will be the red ink will stain that particular area. Okay, wherever the water is reaching. Okay, here also you can see the stem transverse section, xylem tissue is stained red just because the eosin solution is there with the water. Okay, and here you can see the stem longitudinal section. Okay, leaf transverse section. Okay, then stem transverse section and the stem longitudinal section. So wherever the red ink is there, that means the water is reaching in those particular areas, and they are the xylem tissues. So this proves that conduction of water happens through the xylem vessels. Now next demonstration is to show the root pressure in plants. Okay, so for that purpose, here you see the stem will be cut. Okay, and the root will be inside. Okay, so nearest portion will be there of the stem, and then there will be the glass rod. Okay, or you can say the glass tube. This kind of glass tube is there, and this one is placed, a marking is there, and in this glass tube there will be the mercury inside. Okay, and this is known as a manometer. Okay, who measures the root pressure. So as you have cut this stem part and placed this glass tube with this, okay, you will find that after some time or a few minutes, you will find that the mercury level start getting changed. Okay, the level start rising up. Here you can see level of mercury rises. So this is the manometer on which you can see the how much rise is there. So it is just because from here the root pressure is being applied and then it is rising the mercury level. So this proves that the upward movement of water in the stem is just due to the root pressure. Now children, this is the last activity to demonstrate transpiration in plants. What you have to do, you have to take a well watered plant, potted plant, okay, and having the broad leaves. Then what we have to do, we have to cover it with the polythene, and then it will be covered with a bale jar, and the this one will be sealed with the Vaseline, okay, and then this setup will be kept for 1 hour under the sunlight, okay, in the sunlight. You can arrange in this way also, okay, you can cover it with the polythene, and when you will keep in the sunlight for an hour, you will find that some droplets are there on the polythene cover. Inside surface is having the water droplets. From where these droplets came? Yes, you are right, it came from the process of the transpiration, okay. You can see very clearly over here, okay. So these water droplets earlier when they were coming out from the plant, they were in the water vapor form, but as they got the surface over them, then they get condensed, okay. So this water vapor changes into the water droplets, and this shows the transpiration in the plants. So students, hope you all have understood the topics. If you have any doubt or question, you can ask in the comment section below. Please like, share it with your classmates, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get my latest updates. Thank you and take care.